Well, hey there, guys. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is John Campea, and this is a special video based on a user-submitted topic. Now, we have people send in questions every day on the John Campea Show, but when somebody sends in a question and support the channel like with $50 or more, I like to answer those questions in their own video, and that's what we're going to do right here with the question that came in from Travis H. And Travis H. wrote in, "To me, the score is one of the most important parts of a movie. It can make a good movie great, and okay movies even better. Examples are Thor 2, The Great Wall, The Lone Ranger, and yeah, those are some movies that struggled that were made a little bit more bearable by their soundtracks, actually. Are there any elements of a movie that can make or break the experience for you?" All right, thanks for sending that in, Travis. And you're absolutely right about the music. Like, a good score becomes a great accessory, but saying accessory almost downplays the importance of a score. The right music being played at the right time, capturing the right emotion of a scene, can, as you said in your message, really elevate the scene. It won't make a terrible scene suddenly a good scene, but it can accentuate it and elevate it just a little bit, or sometimes a little bit more than that. As far as your question goes, are there elements that can completely, say, ruin a movie or a scene for you? And as a matter of fact, yes, one obvious one not so obvious one, but happens way more times than you think. Let's start with the obvious one. The obvious one that can really pull me out of a scene and out of a movie is bad acting. Now, listen, we have very, very talented actors who make it into Hollywood. And so most of the time, most performances in most movies are at least passable. Sometimes they're brilliant, but at least most of the time they're passable. But every once in a while, and I'm sure you've seen some movies and know some examples, I'm not going to call anybody out specifically in this video, but we can all think of a couple of movies and a couple of times when a bad performance has kind of pulled you out of the scene, pulled you out of the moment, and thus pulled you out of the movie. It happens more times than it should, but it doesn't happen as often as it could, so I guess that's the positive side of that. So yes, the obvious one that can pull me out of a movie, bad acting. The second thing that often, and this happens more often than bad performances, the second thing that happens a lot more in television shows especially, but it also happens in movies. Just not quite as often in movies, but it still happens and happens all the time in TV. And that is reverse angle editing. Now, I don't even know if that's the proper term for it, but here's what I mean. You know exactly, you have seen this before, all right? Now, ideally, what happens when an edit happens during a conversation in a movie or a TV show, say the camera's looking at me from this way, and I'm saying to somebody, "Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears. I come to bury Caesar, not to praise him." Ideally, if they cut to the other angle and they reverse the angle, it'll be a nice smooth transition watching my lips. So, "Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears. I come to bury Caesar, not to praise him. The evil that men do lives after them. The good is often interred with their bones, and so let it be with Caesar," right? It should be a nice smooth flow. But what do we see happen all the times in television, and more often than it should in movies? When they cut to a different angle, when a conversation's going, all of a sudden the mouth movements don't match. And what I mean by that, you've all seen this, right? So it'll start with two people. Let's say my hand is the back of somebody's head, okay? And you see me in the shot and this guy, and all you see is the back of this guy's head, and you see me talking to him. "Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears. I come to bury Caesar, not to praise him." But then they switch camera angles, so it's the back of my head, the person's talking heads, right? And you see this. "The evil that men do lives after them. The good is often interred with their..." You can clearly tell when they go to that other angle that the mouth is no longer moving in synchronicity with whatever words are supposed to be coming out. Now, some might say that's a nitpick. I believe it is a bigger issue than just a little bit of a nitpick, because when I see that, it completely pulls me out of a movie and it completely pulls me out of a scene. And it is a tragedy that that happens because it's such a simple thing to make sure it doesn't happen. Now, look, there are 100 different things that can pull us in or take us out of a movie, and that's totally fine. But those are two that really happen to stick out to me a little bit more than others. Anyway, guys, what do you think? What are some elements in a film? We all know music can elevate, but what are some things in a movie that can actually pull you out of a scene and pull you out of a movie? jump down into the comment section below and let us know what you guys think. And listen, while you guys are here, why don't you take a second, click on that subscribe button, become a subscriber to the John Campea YouTube channel, and join us every day, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time for the John Campea Show. Anyway, guys, that'll do it for me for now. Thanks a lot for being here. My name's John Campea, and until next time, bye-bye.